Hello, thank you for visiting the Robaina Direct booth. Today we're here at the SEMA Show 2017, and so we're displaying here is a variety of tools and equipment. We have everything from aluminum panel repair systems, steel panel repair systems, and plastic. So what we're going to do actually is use this deburring tool to remove the paint and actually create a V-groove so that when we weld it gives us a better fusing opportunity here with the nitrogen welding system. So the next step is we're going to flip the bumper over, and we're going to also clean the backside because we need to weld from both sides. So we're actually going to get the cleaning knife, and then we're going to clean all the edges before welding. So the next step is to actually weld and brace the backside first so that when we do the front side weld it won't sink through with the heat. As you can see here, we actually have a nice clean backing support there. So now Sterling will come through with a welding rod and actually fill in the rest of that. So we'll position this here. And then we have opportunity to use a smoothing roller. Sterling's going to sand that surface, so that'll be the smooth top coat surface. And the idea next is to put what we call a skim coat over this. But before we do that, we'll do a chemical repair process here, and then we'll skim coat both of them, and that way you can see how that works. Our chemical product here is the polymix. So with that mixing tip, it actually gets it down to the proper ratio, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put a generous amount on this patch. Now we'll flip over the bumper, and then we'll put the patch right in this area. Then we flip that over, and you can actually see where that comes through. And the top side is what we call a contour film. Then the last step is to put the skim coat product. That's much like your bumper filler, plastic filler, but this is a proprietary chemical that one doesn't react with the primers nor the bumper, and that looks like this here. So we've got our 50 milliliter version of the skim coat, and then once that's sanded it'll be perfectly smooth and you will not be able to see or detect the actual repair area. So the steel panel repair systems, first thing to do is to weld the ground. So what Sterling is doing here is putting in the welding keys into our quick welding tool. So now he's going to load the quick key welding gun, and this allows him to quickly and accurately weld consecutive keys, so that way he can actually remove that damage. All right, perfect. So now that Sterling has all those keys in there in line, he'll install what's called a pulling rod, and then he'll attach the pulling bridge. So as he's slowly turning that top knob there, he's gently applying pressure by pulling on those keys, and then he'll use a hammer to actually hit any crowns or high spots to give him a little bit of slack to continuously adjust that dial on that bridge to get that upward pull. So with this little squeeze dip device, that copper looking like electrode attaches itself to low spots on the panel, and then once it's attached, you can actually squeeze a lever and then lift the sheet metal there. All right, so what we have here is our final piece of equipment we're going to do a demo on. It's for aluminum panel repair. And this little kit here is a capacitive discharge unit. So it actually welds studs. And before we do any welding, we need to actually prep the surface with a stainless steel brush, just so that we make sure any oxide off the aluminum has been removed prior to welding that stud. So the next step is that Sterling will attach these pulling fingers. So just like with the steel system, we do have the opportunity to use this bridge or our Monster 775X puller. What makes the aluminum repair process a little bit different than steel is that we do need to use heat. So as the panel heats up and warms, Sterling will actually turn this dial and apply a little more pressure. All right, so once we're done with that heating process, we'll let it cool down, and we'll leave the bridge in this position so that way as it's cooling, it'll actually hold and keep that position. There'll be a little bit of spring back because that's normal. But aluminum does not have memory like steel, so we do need to let this stay here until that surface temperature is nice and cool, and then we can remove the bridge.
I'm Louis Pericarpi, owner of LAP Motorsports. We are the mini factory racing team competing in IMSA. IMSA is one of the most competitive road racing in the United States, and normally after every race weekend, most of our cars come back severely damaged. One of our main partners is Robaina Industries. They help us with all of the equipment, and we use all of their equipment to repair our cars correctly and promptly. All of their equipment you can find at robaina1.com.
Thank you again for spending time with us here online watching our video. This is Brian Robaina from Robaina Direct. If you guys want to find any more information or videos and links to our other websites, please visit Robaina, ROBAINA, the number 1.com, and you can see everything that we have and rewatch some of the videos that we have as far as tutorials and products in our online store. Our office number is 949-945-2163. Thanks again.